Welcome to Creation and the Cosmic Cycle. There are numerous examples of the cosmic cycle. As we read through creation and destruction, make note of instances where you see the cycle of death and rebirth referenced or outright explained in your readings. It starts with a prayer. Hesiod explores the order of existence but does not relate them to one another. Chaos begets Erebos and night. Earth begets heaven, the hills, and sea. Erebos and night beget day and space. Gaia and Uranus beget the 12 Titans, the 3 Cyclops, the 300 armed, and Gaia and Tartarus beget Typhon. Please note that Hesiod is paratactic. First, Uranus turns against his children by Gaia and hides them away. Gaia conspires with her son Kronos to punish Uranus. Then Kronos, in turn, swallows the children he has by Rhea, afraid they will displace him. Rhea, however, tricks her husband and saves Zeus, who, as his father feared, takes over power. Genesis traces creation with a focus on humankind. There are 3 writers, Jehovist, or Yahweh in the north, Elohist, or Elohim in the south, and Priestly, or Elohim from Babylon. And the man and his wife were both naked, and were not ashamed. By contrast, Ovid traces human development from creation to an Iron Age. It must be understood that Ovid wrote in a highly sophisticated time. The purpose of art was to be creative and to show the free play of the poet's fanciful imagination. Do you think Ovid also starts with a prayer? Tiamat is salty water, and Apsu is sweet. Equal in all ways, they beget offspring who are rowdy. Where Apsu suggests that they should be slain to begin again, Tiamat protects them. Eventually, the next generation hears of Apsu's plan and kills him. From there, Tiamat becomes saddened, then enraged. She gives Kingu, not of the proper order for that task, the tablets of destiny, and makes him her consort as she summons every manner of demonic force to avenge Apsu's death. When she is defeated, her body becomes the known universe and Kingu is the progenitor of humans. The first issue with intergenerational conflict illustrates intergenerational gap, where in this case Tiamat is not closer in age, as in many Greek myths. She does not agree with Apsu, the male progenitor of their offspring. She at first hopes to reason with them. It isn't until after he is slain that she becomes representative of the power structure. Since her destruction begets creation, we can see that reoccurring theme about the destruction of an old world in favor of a new one as well. A bit about Marduk. He has multiple eyes and multiple ears. This is one of my favorite fun facts because I believe it says a lot about the way that civilization may have viewed the importance of watching and listening over speaking. Let's review some principal Mesopotamian deities from the Enuma Elish. Apsu and Tiamat beget Mumu, Lahamu, Lamu, Anshar, and Kishar. Anshar and Kishar beget Anu. Anu and Ki beget Nudimmud, also called Ya. Ya and Damkina beget Marduk. The Prose Edda is a compilation of stories by the writer and some would say ethnographer Snorri Sturluson. In it are stories of creation, fantastical adventures, and much of it doesn't make sense without intense study. Why? It's very paratactic. Where Snorri asks questions to receive answers, many of the answers themselves are in the form of a riddle. As stated before, this makes the culture appear more whimsical than reliable. So then, we rely upon Snorri to rationalize for us in many instances. Going back to the previous statement about how paratactic this story or series of stories really is, even the full title is like that more frequently than most. So do the best you can to make sense of this reading. I will not be summarizing it for you. Please focus on trying to find examples of the cosmic cycle in your reading as well. I'm not the biggest fan of Snorri's narrative style. Although paratactic can be just as engaging as syntactic, this story does bounce around from one story to the next such that you will want to consult the provided renderings of the different realms. There are a number of interesting stories surrounding Snorri himself also. It seems that, just like writers of the time, he was something of a boozer and a womanizer. Though his preferences shouldn't matter in the course of your explorations, I bring them up because they have changed the way I view him as a reliable narrator, mostly because of the stories about him being commissioned to complete the work for a young prince. Though I'm grateful that he documented it all, the reason for his ability to do so directly hinged on 2 things. 1, making it entertaining, and 2, rationalizing it such that there were no qualms from the members of the presiding ruling class, or, in this case, the Catholic Church. Please pay close attention to my responses to Norse mythology as an example of the type of discussion that I will be expecting in the discussion forum. Also, Please be sure to read through all of the readings before you begin participating in the discussion forum.